Hey guys, I'm Devin de Lima, and yes, this is a different background because I cannot be bothered to do a new setup. Sorry. I've seen a lot of beauty gurus lately doing story time videos where they're basically just telling their viewers about a funny and or tragic time in their life and what happened specifically. And honestly, the only thing I could think of was to make a vlog about something that happened to me a long time ago. So here it is. The story starts in about 2011, 2012, and I was single and I was looking to go out on a date with someone. That was the story of my life when I was single. Basically, I met someone, ended up going on a date with them to this really nice Vietnamese restaurant where I'd actually been before and was actually tricked into eating wasp carcasses before. But that's a different story for a different time. So I met this gentleman. Very nice, very normal. I lived in Georgia at the time. He had a really thick southern drawl and he was very cool and seemed okay. Seemed totally okay, and I was so relieved because I had met him before and he asked me out on a date and I was like, I don't know, but I was all about trying new things back then, and you know, he wasn't necessarily my type, but I was like, you know what? Why not? Why not? I believe the topic came up because we were talking about really bad things that had happened to us in our past, or something like, what's the worst thing that's ever happened to you? I don't know why it was a first date topic, but for some reason it came up. I honestly have no idea what I told him, what was the worst thing that happened to me. I think it was probably something like I tried to listen to a record that came out and turns out that I accidentally pirated the wrong record. I don't know. And in between pho and bubble tea and noodles and all this other stuff that's going on, and we're in this big populated restaurant, I asked him, so what's the worst thing that's ever happened to you? He proceeds to tell me that the worst thing that ever happened to him was he was driving a car, his truck, under a bridge, and someone had jumped off the bridge to commit suicide and landed on his car. Now, immediately, I'm like, whoa. First of all, I don't know if I fully believed him, because that sounds really outrageous and outlandish, but you know what? First date, take it at face value, whatever. And then I'm just thinking like, what the hell do you say back to that? So I said, wow, that must have been really hard for you to deal with emotionally, because I know myself well enough that if something like that happened to me, God forbid, well, I'd be messed up for like weeks. And the only thing he says is, yeah, well, that damn N-word really messed up my car. I'm sorry, what? I think I probably should have prefaced this story with, he was not an African-American man who has like, you know, a free pass to say that. And he was as white as me and was a lot more racist than I think I ever anticipated him to be, which was, you know, not at all, because why would I associate with someone like that? The best part was the next sentence was him telling me how much it costs to fix his truck and why it was such an inconvenience for him. And all I could think of was, dude, someone lost their life by hitting your car and you're thinking about the damage to your bumper. And what's crazy to me is this guy was older than I am now. Let's just put it that way. So someone who should have had the emotional capacity to think of others, it just wasn't there. And then the next sentence out of his mouth was, so did you want to get dessert? Like, did you want to go somewhere for ice cream? Like, dude, you just said probably the most outwardly racist thing ever to my face. No, like, do you think I'm gonna like go out into your car and make out with you now? Like, no, get out of here. So needless to say, I told him that, you know, I don't know what to do. So I was like, no, I'm good. You know, I actually have plans after this, which is ridiculous because it was like, I don't know, 8 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock at night. I mean, I guess I could have had plans afterwards, but I'm not that good of a liar. I didn't even know what to do Because what do you do in that kind of situation? Do you just get up and leave? Do you say, you know what, I gotta go? I was so taken aback by everything that I just kind of ate the rest of the meal as fast as I could and ended up just going. The best part was he told me, no, I'll pay for the whole meal. Don't worry about it. When I tried to grab for the check, and I was like, no, I'm gonna pay for my half. Like, I think he thought I was paying for both of us, but I was like, no, homeboy, I'm just paying for me because you're straight up a racist and I'm just not about that life. And he was so oddly, really chivalrous in that sense, and I was like, you are an enigma, sir, but not one that I feel like figuring out. Goodbye. And still to this day, I remember thinking, how could you be racist if you're gay? I mean, people were already going through things at that time of hate crimes and things like that against homosexuals, and then you're racist? Like, what? I think part of me still doesn't fully understand that, but I guess you can't judge a book by its cover or its preference in bed. So yes, there you guys have it. Worst day of my life. Thank God I never talked to him again. I don't even know if I even gave him my correct phone number. I might have given him a fake phone number. And let it be known, kids, if you go on a date with someone that's, you know, racist, or just like a bad person, or maybe you're just getting bad vibes, you don't have to hang out with them ever again. You never have to go on a second date with them. And I think that was the first time that I realized, you know what? I'm actually better than this person, so I'ma just go. Hope you guys liked that video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I put out new videos every single Saturday. And if you've ever had a horrible date experience, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I'll be checking them out and replying to all of them. I love you guys so much. Don't be racist, because I'll talk about you on the internet. And I'll see you guys next week for another brand new video. Later. It's finally